Stick to the end of this video to see what's in this package from Amazon right here. What's up guys, Matt Ogus here. This video is a chest, shoulder, tricep push workout training vlog. We'll be going over how to better increase your overhead press, how to grow your chest, shoulders, and triceps. And for a lot of you, you might be wondering where the hell I have been. God, it's funny, I've filmed pretty much every single workout for the past 4+ years. But for those who haven't really been following too much, or maybe if I just stop showing up on your feeds, do the algorithm. I have 3 children. I have 3 kids now. Crazy. I'm married. I've been married for over a year, and still doing my thing. I did a Ghost Phantom contest prep in 2023 that I later dropped out of back a month, 1 or 2 months ago, and I have reasons for that. So I have a lot to catch up on, and if you guys have any questions, just leave a comment below. But let's dive into this push workout for those that might have clicked here specifically to learn more about your overhead press and how to improve it, or just how I structure my push workouts and how we're hitting this Mesocycle's push. We actually just started a new Mesocycle meeting, just a group of training weeks. And if you stay till the end of this video, we do have a Labor Day sale code for those who want to join us with the training. So I'm going to hit spacebar so that I can watch this training footage with you live, and we'll talk about how to hit this push workout with me, how to hit these exercises with better technique, and hopefully you take something out of this video that makes you a better lifter, wiser, better lifter for the long run. So first and foremost, shout out to my boy Chad, training partner of mine, good friend, and finally got together. He is in an academy right now for a big city position, so super excited for him to hopefully get accepted and be a firefighter in a real big city real soon. So overhead press, as you can see, the first thing that I did, guys, is I use a super pronated grip. So right here, here's the barbell, and instead of just walking up, finding your right positioning, I recommend a neutral width grip, and then just wrapping your thumb around and going, or keep your thumb over. I would actually recommend this. So you have the barbell right here. Now over pronate your hand. Not completely down towards the ground, but maybe a 45-degree thumb. Start with that. Start with about a 45-degree thumb, grip it, and then get underneath it, okay? With a nice stacked-ish wrist, with your elbow directly underneath that wrist and the barbell. Try that out. Again, I'll reiterate. Instead of just grabbing it, getting underneath it, point. Go ahead and pronate, over pronate, grab it, get underneath it, okay?
Bye.
Bye, Karen. Bye, Nana.
Again?
So that's
mystery lollipop.
Awesome, buddy. I'm just recording a video still, and it's live. I'm just gonna keep it going. Fuck it. No redos. So that was, I think, 145 right there. So as you can see, I did 45 pounds for like 8 or something. I did 80 pounds for like 5. 115 for like 3 or 4. This might be 145 right here. This might be 145. I'll probably do it for like 2 or 3 reps. Let's see how many I do. 1. Another tip, guys, is tuck your chin, chest up, and kind of squeeze your glutes a little bit, okay? I'm going to have to pause this, guys. I'm going to have to pause this real quick. All right, this is take like 27. I've had so many interruptions. This is only with 3 kids. I want like 6. Last workup set was that 175 right here. The groove was perfect. I felt it. I'm laughing, doing a little maniacal laugh. I'm like, oh, it's going down. Reality hit me, and it was harder than expected to hit this 205. I ended up matching the reps I did last week during my deload week at 205 for 4 reps, which you're about to see. And yeah, it was a little bit harder than it should have been. But I do know that my prior night of just working all night definitely had an impact. So excited because I'm pretty sure I'll be able to next week hit this for 5 reps at about the same relative intensity. So that's good. And then at that point, then I might even start micro loading, adding like 2.5 pounds per week after starting probably week 3 of this mesocycle. So we're still in week 1, which, by the way, guys, fucking join us, come through. Links will be below if you want to join us in this mesocycle. Backed off to 185 pounds. Did this for 6 reps. Wanted 2 Mississippi pauses at the top and a slightly slower eccentric on this. And again, we don't do overhead press too often. So if you want to hit some with us, now's the time. Typically, we're doing dumbbell 60-degree overhead pressing or machine pressing for our anterior delt work. So it's kind of a rarity, and it's a little bit breath of fresh air doing it last meso and this meso because it's been such a damn long time for us in my Ogusdaily and Daddy and VIXEN team training programs. Next exercise, second push of the exercise, 30-degree incline pressing. One thing I'm doing more of these last couple of years is I'm just not arching as much when I'm trying to hit my upper chest. Some other tips for this exercise is you'll see, like, when I'm bringing it back, I'm retracting the shit out of it, and I'm allowing those dumbbells and the elbows to just drop down a little bit this way, okay? I'm not trying to keep it all out like this. Like, let those dumbbells come down into that line of press of the clavicular pec, which is a lot more like this, guys. A lot more like this and less like this, okay? Just a lot more like this, okay? Those fibers run that direction. You want to match your line of press just a little bit more with those. Whereas most of the time you'll see people who just super arch and their elbows are still flared out. Yes, you're still hitting your upper chest, but really you're just, I mean, it's mostly just still that main chest, that sternal pec with the horizontal chest fibers. So as you can see here, I'm not super flared out. I'm not crazy tucked. Somewhere in the middle where it feels really good for me. I could press like this for the rest of my life. 120 for that first top set, backed off to the 110s for a set of 5. I'll throw on the screen if I haven't already what I did last mesocycle. Again, this was a little bit harder than it should have been, simply because like my sleep the night prior was kind of not the best, and I'm pretty sensitive to that, unfortunately. So next exercise, and a lot of people may have to swap for something like this because you may not be able to do this. Another option for this is you can kind of just super arch. You could super arch your flat dumbbell pressing, maybe even hike up the foot end of your flat bench to give yourself somewhat of a decline, or just super arch and you basically turned it into a decline press. Fortunately, I have this bench. Last meso ended up with 120 for 10, started with the 120s again, and got 8. And after I get another week of 120s for 10, I'll probably bump up to hitting 125 or 124. We don't have those dumbbells here, but I do have some wrist weights that I've invested in about half a year ago, and I do like those. Finally, just some side delts here. We got some cable Y raises. My technique is a little bit kind of not as actually this set wasn't as like, I was a little bit distracted. I was I was almost having a conversation with my boy Chad, but still pretty damn good set. I take that back. Like I'm way more focused than like 99% of people, but for me it was like, you know what I mean? For me it was kind of not as focused as I normally am. I'm pretty sure, yeah, right there I'm talking to my boy. Yeah, just controlling the technique, controlling the eccentrics, not jumping around too much, try to keep it on my side delts. You know, I'll typically put one side delt in a single workout, up to 4 frequency per week right now. Last meso we had 3 frequency. This one we're having probably just 2x frequency with 1 exercise on this push and then probably 2 exercises on the next push. This is just the variation of push down we're doing for this week. For this meso, for the previous meso, we were doing it where our bodies and the cable was very, very vertical, elbows really far back, just pressing it pretty much straight down. We're doing this one with just a little bit of hip hinge and standing just a little bit away from cable. I really like, dude, it just pumps you the hell up. It really pumps you up. Get a good resistance the entire range of motion that we're using here, and that bottom, the squeeze when you're pretty much just pulling your arms into you a little bit. It feels fucking incredible. Finishing off with some overhead single arm tricep extensions, 8 to 15 reps. Pretty sure that I did like a set of 12, and I just left it at one set, just like I left the decline pressing at just one set. So I'll fast forward through this because nothing too exciting with this exercise. All right, so that is pretty much the push workout. Most of these exercises, just 2 sets. For most of the pressing, it's in that 5 to 8, maybe 5 to 10 rep range. For the side delt, the 6 to 12 rep range is usually my go-to for that Y raise. And then for the triceps, again, like the 6 to 12, 8 to 12, even 8 to 15 rep range, taking sets towards failure. That's the main thing. And then progressive overload, making sure the numbers go up with equal or better technique over time is the way to go with your lifting. If you stayed this late, you were curious about what's in the bag, I could open that right now. Okay, let me just see. Yeah, it's a couple days ago that I just hadn't opened it yet. Let's see what's in there. Oh, okay. McDonald's decaf coffee. It's one of my staples. Ah! Okay, we got some dude wipes. Got some dude wipes. Always need these. These are another one of my staples. I think I actually have an Amazon store. I'll put a link in the bio. Just a lot of the things that I'll typically get from Amazon. Oh, and here, this is the book of the month for my book club that I'm in with my buddies Chris Barricat and Sam Okanala. Yeah, it's called When Breath Becomes Air. And that's the book of the month. I'm excited to read this because it's different from our last book, which was right here, Anti-Fragile, which I'm not even done with yet. This book is a beast. This book is a tome. It's a freaking monster. It takes effort. It takes a lot of effort. It's a good read though. It's like a lot of mental this. So yeah, I'm excited to read this book. And last but not least, for those who are interested in joining me for my online training teams, where you get all the exercises, sets, reps for maximum hypertrophy, our training app, Ogusdaily, Daddy, and VIXEN. They're for people that are focused on programming year-round, that want to take the guesswork out. We handle showing you the technique. We handle the sets, the rep ranges, how to progress. There's a Q&A chat group, and we make sure that everyone's on the path to maximum gains. We have a Labor Day sale code. I'll put links in the description and the codes in the description, but I'm pretty sure it's just Labor Day Daddy, Labor Day VIXEN, Labor Day Ogusdaily, and it saves you 20% off your first month or even 20% off your first year with us, which that's actually a huge freaking discount. So you can check that out if you're interested. Now, another thing is with these push workouts, the way that I like to set up my push workouts is most of the time, and again, it evolves throughout the year depending on how I'm structuring the mesocycles, what muscles I'm emphasizing, and so on and so forth. I'll typically have my training split like a push, legs, pull, off. Maybe one out of, and it's becoming a little bit more frequent now, but over the last 2 years, maybe one out of every like 4, I would do a push-pull legs. But we're getting a little more frequent with that lately, just because a lot of people really like that, and I was also lining up certain workouts to be on certain days of the week at certain gyms, and I don't know if you guys are like that, but for me, utilizing like kids clubs and just all these sorts of things, I was trying to book Gold's gyms for Saturdays and stuff like that. But with the other push day in the training microcycle in the training week, I will typically have 2 pushes, for chest as well as a fly, and then tries and side delts. And quite often throughout the year, and actually most of the time throughout the year, on one or even both push days, I'll even have a bicep exercise, depending if I'm wanting to place my bicep volume across 3 workouts or maybe even 4 workouts over the course of the week, sometimes hitting in back-to-back days. Yeah, I've done that and gotten in the best shape of my life. Not necessarily because, not necessarily despite, it's just there's so many different options and ways of programming if you kind of understand how things work. And if I was to put, like, for example, a bicep exercise on adjacent days, I typically wouldn't have the first day being exercise or volumes that would just absolutely destroy it. So I wouldn't necessarily be putting in like dumbbell incline curls or a barbell curl perhaps the day before hitting another bicep exercise, say face away cable curls or something like that. What I would typically do is I might on the first day put in a machine preacher curl, right? Whether I'm doing a hammer grip or grip like this. And on the next day I would switch the grip. So if I did a supinated grip, I might do a neutral grip on the next day and focus more like stretch position. So that's just kind of one programming consideration with that. So yep, I'll leave it at that. If you guys have any questions, good luck, because I probably won't be reading the comments. Love you guys, and I might check on the comments. I might. But all right, guys, that was the training for this push workout. Love you guys. Chat soon.